Hey, I'm back. You're back. I am now 3 weeks post Achilles rupture. I'm taking the non-operative approach, and I just was transitioned from the plaster cast to the walking boot, or the boot cast, this big monster of a thing. And I was actually kind of getting attached to my plaster cast. I was learning to, just hop around, and as you saw my PhysioYoga practice in my previous posts, you've seen that I've been able to just, make do and modify, and so I kind of got used to that. And then this big thing gets on, and supposedly it's supposed to be better. I can weight bear now 25% of my weight, or as tolerated. And so I thought, okay, this will be better, but I don't like it. It's hard to sleep in. It's just big and bulky. It's heavier, and I'm still doing most of the routine that I showed you last time. But I've been able to add a few things, so it's good. It's all good. So yeah, on goes my journey. Alright, today's video, I am going to share with you guys what I've been doing on my injured leg, at the foot and the ankle. So I will take my boot off and show you. And I will also go through some of the new physio yoga kind of exercises I've been doing. I've been still doing my other video, the exercises from my other videos, so keep that in mind. But I've added some new things. And some core. I'm going to do some core work today. And I think that's all we'll have time for. And then the next time I want to show you some of the things I've been doing in the gym. Just some, kind of some simple strengthening things. And I'm not going to do this today, but I do want to emphasize how much I have been doing different pranayama, different breathing methods to help with pain, and mostly my mental and emotional status, and also meditation. I've been doing a lot of meditation, so I will share those methods with you as well at some point. Alright, so I'm lying on my back with my feet in the air. It makes it easy for you guys to see what I'm doing. So I got the okay from my orthopedic surgeon and from the physio to do isometrics on my left ankle here. And isometrics, remember, it's an activation or engagement of the muscles without actually producing any movement, though. Okay, so there's not going to be any movement in my ankle joint. The different motions I am doing are inversion, eversion, plantar flexion, and dorsiflexion. Not motions, but engaging the muscles. So the first thing I do, I just do the inversion, and inversion isn't just, the inversion eversion isn't just a windshield washer motion, it's actually turning the foot in and out. So inverting, I do the best I can. Sometimes I give a little bit of counter pressure, just rotating it in. And hold that for 5 or 10 counts, and then eversion, the outer edge of the foot goes the opposite way, so I'm doing that in the boot, just gently. Hold 5 or 10 counts, release. I do about 5 or 10 of those, probably about 3 times a day. And then the dorsiflexion, pulling back. Of course, if your boot was loose, that's not good. We do not want to go into the actual motion of dorsiflexion. Big no-no. So I'm just gently pulling up the top of my foot against the strap, holding it, and release. Same thing, hold 5 or 10 counts. And then plantar flexion, pushing down. Now, I just started to be able to find this activation. I couldn't, and now I have to concentrate though and breathe. I don't know if I can do it on the video. But I'm just gently pressing the ball of the foot. Yeah, there it is. Can you see a little bit? Look, it's moving. Just a tiny bit. Look, Ma! So my gastroc is actually activating a little bit, which is super exciting. I am using what's called an accelerated protocol for treatment of my Achilles, the non-operative approach. And that protocol does say that I can do some active range of motion in inversion, eversion, and plantar flexion. But I have to stay below neutral. So it was scary, but I did just try it. I think it was yesterday for the first time. So I'll take my boot off and just show you that real quick. There she is. So inversion, ooh, still kind of scary, but I can do it. You can see it kind of jumping around. The motor control, I've never experienced this before. I mean, I've treated thousands of clients as a physio in the last 16 years, and now I'm experiencing what a weird feeling. And then eversion, it's a bit harder. And I'm staying in, there's like no control, and I'm staying in plantar flexion, right? So just inversion and eversion. I'm trying to plantar flex and go down, down, down. I don't know how much is really happening there, but then I don't want to pull it up, right? Just down. So there's my poor trotter. There's the swelling and no Achilles. Nice Achilles. Swelling, no Achilles. Nice Achilles. So I can weight bear, as I told you, about 25%. So I've been really enjoying just feeling the weight on my foot when I'm in sitting. It's a great place to start if you're just starting to weight bear, is in sitting. And you can see how I'm very lopsided here because this boot is so high. There's 3 wedges underneath. So I just take my yoga block, put it underneath my foot, and there we go. Solves that. So like I said, I'm not going to go through like a full practice, but I do want to share with you, the routine that I like to do, and the other videos I've posted. I definitely go through all that, but there's some of the new stuff I'm doing. I like I said, to sit and just feel the weight from right foot to left. I start with getting centered. I start with a meditation. I do a body scan going through each and every part of my body. Anybody can do this. You're just watching and observing from head to toe, trying not to judge, trying not to make a story out of it, and just watching. So you can try that on your own. And then I observe the breath. Sometimes I'll do different breathing methods, which I'll share with you at some point. And then I just start moving. I mean, you can make things up. I like to sort of do a cat and cow, inhaling forward, exhaling back. I like bringing my arms up. My breath is leading me. Just inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. Coming up, over to the side. So just some, really basic movements. And, don't follow me. Maybe do something that you want to do that feels natural and organic and really good for you. Rotation, this is one of my favorites. And again, I'm feeling the weight on that foot just a little bit. Hand on the outer thigh, the other hand's behind me on the chair. Oh, so great, all the way from the crown of my head down to the neck. And of course the other side. Just feeling equal weight bearing on both of my sit bones. So just getting a sense of symmetry back again. And a little bit of core work. Very beginner, very basic, finding your neutral spine. I'll go through, definition of core and finding neutral spine in another post. But, exhaling, belly gently in towards the spine. Find what feels nice and neutral for you. And I will march, lifting one thigh, trying not to shift. That one's not so bad. This other side's a little bit tougher. As I exhale, slowly lift, because now I'm stabilizing with this foot, so a little bit more weight goes into that into this leg here on the left. But it feels good, it feels great. So I like to do those a few times, and then also just knee extensions. That feels really nice. So you see I'm not moving, I'm not shifting my pelvis. I don't have to be like a statue and really harsh and scared. I mean, nothing's ever really stable or static, right? Because we're living, moving beings, so we're breathing. But there's just a sense of control, I guess, in here. And then I'd like to also open up and do some side stretches. Elbow down, inhaling, exhale down. My elbow here on my thighs, pressing that right thigh back. And as this elbow's pressing this right thigh back, my ribs, my torso is rotating the opposite way. So it's like I'm opening up like a book. So this is opening one way. So when we press here, the rest of the body wants to come forward. And then when we open up here, that knee will want to come forward. So just kind of opening up both sides. Softening my neck, my jaw. And then of course the other side. Now I don't feel comfortable yet going all the way down because I think that's more than 25% weight. So I just sort of bring my elbow on the chair. See how that feels today? I'm not feeling comfortable with that today. I'm just going to put my hand here, come off a little bit more. That one I'm having a bit trouble with, and it's hard because I'm explaining and videotaping. So when you're on your own doing this, you know, you can be in a different space and be much more calm and breathe and meditate. But cat and cow, my favorite. I did this last time, exhaling, belly to spine, inhale, and I can do side to side. And I like the jump rope, skipping rope action coming down, looping up and around. And of course the other way, so this feels good just to warm up through the spine a little bit, keeping the breath. And downward dog, as you saw last time. Now, last time I was non-weight bearing, so my leg was up here, but I can kind of just place it down a little bit just to get something different. I can't come here because then my hips are way off because of the height of the wedges in the boots. So I just kind of place it to where my pelvis is level, finding my breath. And same thing I did on the other video, so I won't go through all that, but coming to a plank, I can put my foot down now a little bit. Upward dog. I can't press on the top of my foot, but I'm actually bending my knee and just my knees are just coming up like that. That feels nice. And then the core, knee to elbow, knee to opposite elbow. So you can do this if you're non-weight bearing. And I've been doing some side planks. I'm playing with that a little bit. Now, of course, I've been doing this for a long time, so I kind of have okay balance there. And the other side, I have to go on my knee because I can't go on my foot. Just lifting. And then some other planks, like plank on elbows. I can walk the elbows in, out, out, core engaged, belly in. I've also been going into sort of a dolphin pose, so foot a little bit closer, lifting the hips to the sky, pressing my chest towards the thighs, shaking my head, yes and no. Leg up maybe. And back to elbows and plank. And maybe turning, doing a side plank on elbows. So great core work. Here you can do some obliques, maybe even lift the hips to the sky. Lots of good stuff. Rotating the arm in and lift. And then again on the other side, I'd have to go on my knee. So same thing though, you can still lift. Still get some oblique engagement, and then rotating, lift, lastly, I think it's important to show you what I've been doing in standing. So I've just been shifting my weight onto that foot, getting used to that again, just about 25% as my protocol says. And you should be following what your surgeon or physio or your protocol says, not what I tell you. And then also forward and back. This has been actually quite fun. Make me feel like I'm walking. So just simulating a gait pattern. So crutch and foot together. Again, about 25%-ish. And then also just practicing walking. And actually, watch this, put a little bit of weight on. That, I admit, feels good. And yeah, so I'm also doing some standing poses, standing balancing yoga poses on my right foot. But I think the video is getting a bit too long, so I'll share that next time. Plus lots of other things, breathing meditation, more poses as I progress. And I have to go now because I am actually offering a 5-day yoga challenge workshop here where I live, helping people develop their home practice. So I'm back at work. So for more information on what I do and how I do it and articles that I write, please visit my website at PhysioYoga.ca, and that will also tell you where I'm at, offering workshops and classes and speaking at conferences and teacher trainings. And on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Prosco Yoga. On Facebook, you can like my page, Prosco Physio Yoga Therapy, and I like to post some really interesting articles and videos of other resources and people that I respect.